have a grandparent's guide to childproofing your home, which is really fun to do, especially me as a brand new grandmother. And I'm telling you, it's something you really have to be cognizant of. I have run through the house at the last minute, picked up all my things from the table because anything that's out there gets picked up and thrown. Not that they're messy kids, because they're perfect, you know. It's just that they are curious. Also, always, and most importantly, really, always be prepared. There are numbers that you need to call, other than 911, to be prepared in the event of any issues arise, okay? But be prepared for and know those numbers. Very important. Have child seats in your car in case you have to take the kids somewhere. That's very, very important. All your cabinets should be locked. My daughter is very clever. You know Crystalie. Anyway, she's very clever. She puts her hair rubber bands around the cabinet doors and it works perfectly. So that's the easy way of doing it without all the fancy clips. Keep all the small objects away from their reach. Also, and very importantly, protect all your sockets, your electrical outlets from fingers and metal hair clips and things that kids can put into them. I would say definitely watch them all the time. It's really good to have your doors not only locked, but also alarmed. So when the door opens, you hear a little ding dong and you know that somebody's actually has managed to open the door and they're leaving. Also, I would always say, and I did this, put a fence around your pool or a net over your pool. If you have a pool, make it safe. In a blink of an eye, there can be a tragedy. So definitely always protect your pool. The kitchen is probably the most dangerous place, especially hot stove. So if you're cooking on a stove, turn the handle to the inside so they can't grab the handle and fly the hot boiling whatever you're cooking. That's very important. Also, never leave food by the edges, and never leave anything by the edges because if they can reach it, that's not good. Never leave a child in a high chair. That is alone, without eyes on that high chair. That's very important. Also, don't use tablecloths because they can be yanked and all sorts of things can fall on your babies. Okay, that's probably good for the kitchen, although I would also say keep your pantry door closed and unable to open because that's a landmine of stuff in a pantry for sure. Now let's go to bathrooms. Always keep the toilet shut. A baby that are in those little runner things can start playing in the toilet and go upside down and actually drown in the toilet. I know that's a gross thought, but it's happened. So always leave your toilet seats shut. Don't let them get in the shower. Don't let them get in the bathtub. Never leave them in a bathtub alone, obviously. Also a good idea in bathrooms is take the locks off the inside so they cannot lock themselves in because heaven forbid they lock themselves in and then decide to take a bath. You'd have to break down the door and that could hurt them too. So just take the locks off, it keeps it safer. Also in your bedroom, make sure if you take any sort of medicines or anywhere in the house that the medicines are totally out of reach of the kids because they think they're candy, right? And just not a good idea to have medicines around small ones. Always keep your kids away from drapery cords because they could get wrapped up in them and really hurt themselves or worse. In fact, if you have a crib at the house, make sure they can't reach a drapery cord. Anyway, a lot of these items really seem logical. However, it's really important to act on those things before anything horrible happens. I've got a whole list at the office, so if you would like that list, please call us and we will email it or mail it to you. Happy grandparenting.